YouTube, what's up? So, got some parts for my truck over the holiday time frame. Some of them came in, some of them didn't, so we're just going to go with this thing. We got the Lynk tune with the Auto Agent 2. I already put that in. There's plenty of videos online to watch that, so not going to bore you with that. But what we can do, go in here and show you how we kind of set this thing up. Sorry about the noise, that's the neighbors. Alright, so just an overview. Got a 2017 Ram 3500 dually Longhorn. Got 24-inch fuel wheels with 35-inch tires. And of course, oh, UPS guy. Is that my parts? Nope, not my parts. So I guess we'll just have to go with this as is. So obviously, got rid of the normal stock Ram steps, put the amp power steps in there. Obviously, everyone's seen the interior, I'm pretty sure by now, but Longhorn, got the stitching. It's all nice, fancy. So, for my Lynk, obviously, got it tuned in, put it into the OBD port right there. Then what I did, a lot of guys are putting it up in, back behind the brake module back here, and the parking brake. What I did, I ran my wire straight across, popped off this panel on the side right here, and mounted it right up in here. There's like a perfect space for it where all the wires can go. And then obviously right next to that, ran all the wires. We've got the shift on the fly switch right here. Super simple, right easy, right where you can get it. No real big issue. Then obviously, before everyone wonders, that's my airbag, little gauge. Molded that in. My wife almost shit herself when I cut a hole in our brand new truck, but just for my airbags while I'm towing. Other than that, everything's pretty much stock interior for right now. What we do got coming is going to be a while. I'm going to be gone for a couple of months, but we're going to switch the head unit out to a Tesla style radio. But other than that, get a good shot, big 24-inch dualies back here. Everyone always wonders, they're always freaking out about spacing on it. If you get the right spacing on it, especially for towing, it's still going to leave you plenty of gap to get in there and get this stuff done. But let's go ahead, we'll start this thing up, give it a before and after with the exhaust. Alright, as you can see, it's already tuned. I got the no emissions tune on it, but it's about what we're working with. Nice, quiet, pathetic. We're gonna make that all go away. We're gonna change this guy out, get her all set up. Oh, and that was the other thing I did different. So normally everyone's got the little stock dually style wheels. I did the normal front wheels, 24 by 12 normal front, and then the 24 in the back for the dually setup. And then obviously we already went over, but nice little amp power steps. Those things are awesome. If you do anything to your truck, get the amp power steps. But anyway, let me shut this thing off and we're gonna get this thing going. All right, so obviously, like we were talking, ordered a turbo back exhaust. Everything minus the downpipe has came in. So, being impatient and really not caring right this second, but we'll go ahead and put in the downpipe back portion of the exhaust, and then we'll go ahead and get the other stuff added in later. It is what it is. Sucks, but hey, what are you gonna do about it? So this is the kit from Flow Pro. Right now we got a 4-inch DPF delete with the delete pipe. And then the hangers, actually, it's probably the best thing they've done. I had one for my 2012, and the little torque clamps that they come with right here They used to send them just separate in the box, and these would always come smashed up and just all sorts of janky and shit. But they actually got smart, started individually wrapping them. Now they come no problem. And then obviously you got your clamp for your hangers. And then your 2 pipes, obviously, as you can tell. Missing the down pipe. Either it got lost by UPS, which obviously happens, or yeah. But it's kind of a good thing, because now I'm debating, I was already talking to Flow Pro, we might actually just get a 5-inch turbo back exhaust instead, and then I'll just put this on the meantime until we actually get that stuff in. But obviously got the S&B intake. Everything else up here is on for now, but got our amp power step, and then all our wiring all nice and tucked back there, ran across. And then same thing for our Easy Link, just ran our wires up through the firewall, and then over across. You can see over from the shift on the fly switch, it's actually back getting connected down there. And then down in the top, as you come down, you can see right in there is where it connects into your harness. And then you can either leave that connected or take it off. I'm just leaving mine connected because I was on the stock tune with the emissions initially, just to kind of test it out. And now obviously I couldn't wait, so I'm gonna go ahead and start ripping into the exhaust and get this bad Larry on. All right, so underneath, obviously, don't mind the little rust. I was up in the northeast, got a little salt on the drive line there. I gotta paint that thing. But coming off the turbo, got the downpipe or connects into our DPF system, and then all the way back. So pretty much these 2 nasty little cans of uselessness right here is what we're going to be taking off. Then once we go ahead and get the 5-inch turbo back, if we go that route before the downpipe gets here, we'll go ahead and get that and switch that out. So obviously we've got 3 bolts that are going to be up in the front end right here where it comes off your downpipe. As you can tell, sprayed everything down with WD-40. They heat up, they get a little rusty, so go ahead and heat it up, run it for a little bit, spray it down, then let it cool down. And then right on the second part here, you're gonna have 4 bolts that are holding between your 2 DPF filters. I think this one's like a SBT, I don't know, some technical stupid term that really no one cares because it's going away and into the trash. And then obviously comes in, just connects with a little band clamp, and then all the way the rest of the way back to your normal exhaust. So there's going to be, I think there's 9 connectors. Don't quote me on that. We'll go ahead and count them. Fuck it. So coming in from the back, obviously, if you just follow everything, you can see where everything kind of hooks up once it's in its stock form. But coming off, just right down here, you can see where these 2 connect in right here. And then you have another exhaust temperature gauge coming out right here that comes in right onto the side of your frame rail. And then moving forward, you got another one right here. And then up in the top back there, you can see there's a little exhaust clamp, or excuse me, exhaust hanger. Went ahead and soaked those all down as well. It's going to make your life a lot easier if you go ahead and do that. As we continue forward, sorry, the camera's trying to focus. So right in where you've got your 4 bolts that hold in between them, you've got another exhaust hanger there. And then this is where you start getting into all of your injector for your DEF filter, or excuse me, DEF fluid, etc. right in here. So you got to obviously take that off, and then you got another little clip on the back side of that, and then that goes and runs up to your little module right here, which also comes down from your pressure tube up in and gets both of those. And then as you come up, there's also another EGT probe right on the front side, or excuse me, back side of your pipe that comes off your downpipe. I'm actually going to see if we can leave that thing installed for now, see if it'll continue to read exhaust temperatures, even with the delete, but we'll see. And then, stupid camera. All right, and then you got your frame mounted exhaust hanger right here. I'm gonna try and pop that thing out of there, but more than likely it's probably gonna be easier to just take these bolts off and do it that way. But we'll see. But yes, we'll get this thing off, and then I'll show you with everything removed, and then we'll start the install. All right, success. They're out. So obviously, the very first exhaust hanger, just unbolt that damn thing. But anyway, you've got a plug there, plug here, leave all these intact, plug here. That's all on your first tank. On your second set, you've got a plug, your connector for your DPF fluid, or excuse me, DEF fluid. Another bung connector on your frame rail. Another connector right on the back. These two come off and come to this bracket, which is going to be mounted on the side of your frame rail up like that. So pretty much you just take out the connector, the gray connector there, because obviously this one says do not remove. And then this one, same thing. Then on the back side, there's another connector. So you're disconnecting two connectors there. So for a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things that you should be unconnecting. So tool wise, what I end up using, you can get, they make some little wrenches, or excuse me, pliers for the hangers. I just end up using 2 fork little tools, little flathead screwdriver to get some of the unlocks, a 15mm either socket wrench, ratchet wrench. This one was actually pretty easy to get up in there and get all the bolts off of the pipes. A 5/8 inch wrench for the stuff going to the side, a 10mm, and then I totally forgot, but a 9/16 is going to be for the very back where this one slides out of. Just a little hose clamp on there. So obviously, sorry about the camera there. So got everything disconnected. So on the very back, that little module I was telling you about, so bolts up right here. It's got these two connectors right here. This one is just a normal little quick release. This one with the yellow cap, you're pretty much gonna see it on the top, just that little clip right there. So this yellow part just lifts straight up out of there, kind of like a red locking release lever. See if I can get it to go one-handed. There we go. So it's going to just lift up like that and then pull straight off. Other than that, pretty simple. Exhaust hangers, obviously. So there are some in the back on the actual pipe going back from your DPF filters. I undid one side of the hangers. Worked just fine, a little bit of finagling to get it out, but it ended up working. And I left the other side up there just to hang there. Then obviously, going back up to the front, had a hanger there, hanger just on the back side of the cross member right here, and then all the plugs come along. And then those are the 2 bolts right there that you take off for that front hanger. Other than that, you got the connectors for your DEF fluid, and then your connectors that went up in there. I'll get all these zip tied up just somewhere nice, fancy, keep them out of the way, so they're not getting all messed up, just in case it needs to go back on for God knows whatever reason. But all right, still stock down pipe, so we're just rocking that for now until we get the either the 4-inch down pipe from Flow Pro, or if we go and get the 5-inch turbo back, then we'll just replace the entire system. But pretty much that's what you should be looking for. So, gonna go ahead and get the new stuff installed, and I'll let you see it when it's done. We'll crank this bad Larry up and here. All right, it's in. So, got everything nice and tidied up, zip tied along the rail. I think I'm gonna put some little baggies or something over them, just so they're not getting all gunked up in there. But as you can see, especially those ones because they're facing forward. But as you can see, all the way back. So, little piece of advice here. Let me get a good camera angle. Sorry about the camera. All right, so this is one of the hangers that comes with this. So, don't know if you saw, but it was a ridiculous freaking pain in the ass to get. Reason being, this pipe, as you can see, has a bend to it. So, there's no instruction saying what goes which way, so I put it on there what kind of fit. But this bend needs to come the opposite direction, which will line this hanger up a little better. I didn't redo it because, frankly, whatever. I'm going to be taking this thing apart anyway to either redo the downpipe or put the bigger exhaust on anyway. So, this bend right here goes towards the frame rail. Towards the frame rail for the bend. And then I'll kind of line up everything else. But everything went on nice. Got hangers. Everything fit in the factory locations, minus this one, but that was my own fault because didn't test fit for that bend in the pipe right there. So other than that, everything's back on. Got the stock hangers in the back. Everything back on back here. Got to get that guy a little better on there. But everything's lined back up as it needs to be. So this kit did not come with bolts. So what I did is use and once again, sorry about the camera, but I knocked the bolts out of the stock exhaust and just reutilized them. Bad portion, this right here, I had to try and hold with pliers while I tighten these. So if anything, if you get this kit, go get some bolts so you have a bolt head on this side and that side, because that was a pain in the junk to try and hold that. These two not so much, but getting the angle for that one up there was a big pain. You can kind of see how it's all marred up right there. But if you can get actual bolts that go in those holes, so you can have a wrench on both ends of it, will make it a bajillion times easier. Other than that, that's what we got. So I'm gonna go pick some stuff up real quick, and then we'll crank this bad boy up and see how she sounds. All right, so got everything put on. See how this thing works out. If anything, we'll do a sound with the downpipe, and then another one. I'll get another video going once I either get the other downpipe or the 5-inch exhaust, so we can kind of see the difference, see what's going on with that. So let me go get set up, and I'll get this thing cranked up, and we'll do it up. Alright, so that's obviously a little bit louder. So I'm going to turn the exhaust brake on. We'll listen to it with that. Alright, she works. Alright, so you guys obviously heard the outside. Inside, it's actually not bad. It's actually a lot quieter than my 2012 was, because I had it deleted. Sorry about the camera there, a little bumpy. But taking on a quick little round the blocker real quick. But everything plugged in well, everything sounds great. It's not too obnoxious in the cab, even when you kind of get on it. So overall, pretty decently happy. Oh, I don't know what the heck that is. I don't know if you can read it. What the heck is Oaxaca cheese? Some sort of goat or something, who knows. But anyway, feels good. The tune, I kind of like it. Sorry, I got the sun right there. All right, let me see if I can get this over. I don't know if you guys can see that. My camera angle's a little wrong. But even stepping on it, no real smoke, no craziness. I'm not one of those dudes that likes rolling coal, doing all that black bullshit. Merely did this because I don't want that crap going in the engine. But I'm not trying to tune this thing to be having big ass billows of smoke go back there. A, makes my truck dirty. B, I pull a big ass freaking RV, fit the wheel, so I don't want the side of that all freaking totally demolished with soot. But other than that, PPEI is the tune that I have. I've got the shift on the fly. I already showed you guys that. I got it with the just 30 horse tune right now. Let's see. Let's bump this thing up to 120. Nope, not really any smoke still. Let's see. We'll get around this corner here. Turn this thing back down. So I do gotta check. I have a little, like, when I really get on it, it's like a little whining sound. It started once I put that stupid S&B intake on this thing. Honestly, my opinion, that S&B, freaking keep your stock damn thing and just get a K&N drop in. Freaking I should have done a video on that, but the intake tube down at the bottom is actually smaller where it connects to the factory turbo little inlet. The diameter of that is actually smaller than the stock. So, I don't know. Didn't really make much sense to me. I might actually just pull this stupid thing off and put my stock system back on. I kind of actually like the stock little setup there. But I mean, other than that, I don't see the real benefit of it. It was actually almost like that thing was starving the engine for air, because the little clear plastic cover on that thing was actually, here, I'll actually just show you. The clear plastic cover on that thing was actually kind of sucking in whenever you hit the throttle, almost like it didn't get enough air through the two little holes. So what I did, I just put two holes in the top of it just to kind of keep that thing from sucking down, give that thing a little bit more airflow in there. But other than that, yeah, got things in here still stock. I plugged that, I don't know if I need to. I had all that deleted off my 12. I still got all the stuff, so if I don't like it, I might end up freaking just deleting it off of here, but other than that, we'll see.